Let's get this party started. We can finally... explore Skellige.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go after the cat. The upgraded cat first. Before doing stuff with Skellige. Because I really hate the look of the Griffin armor. I really do. It's like... It's... Not market. Treasure hunt. Oh. Okay.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me.
I don't understand like what was going on in their minds with having these recaps in the cutscenes.
Cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Like, it just seems so...
Where's Eustace? It was him always all the corpses.
Right, he did. Plenty more to all now, so we work shifts. Crematory's fire roars day and night.
Good. City needs cleaning. With steel and fire.
If you want it clean, let me pass. I've got shit and pus leaking from me wagon.
Oh, aye. Right away.
Oi, Cocker!
Thank God. Should I down? I should download it.
Youth these days, brained all of them. I trusted a woman.
Because at least by now it's probably up to date.
Show us what you're bringing in.
Help, save me. I'm dying.
Oh, there's the way in.
Some still breathe, I toss him in the fire.
Orders say not living souls to leave without
Oi,
pass.
Cocker!
Wait till he dies. There's no rush.
Hello, poor people. Why do you have... Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask why you have such a diagram.
Where's Eustace? It was him always all the corpses.
Right, he did. Plenty more to all now, so we work shifts. Crematory's fire roars.
You know, I want someone to explain to me why, like, shows that are very clearly propaganda for, like, oh, well, that's not good. Very clearly American military propaganda.
Come on, Roach.
Why are they still so entertaining and fun to watch?
Easy.
'Cause I'm currently watching Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan series on Amazon. And it's good, but it's like, it's not as, now, to call it entirely just completely American propaganda isn't entirely accurate, because there is some,
Whoa!
that's suspicious. There is elements of criticism of the institutions, like of the CIA and the American government and how it treats the wider world. There is that criticism within it, but also at the same time, it's more American idealism propaganda. But why is it so entertaining? It's like I know what it is, but god damn it, I enjoy it.
Might want to look around some.
What cave is this? I mean, it's not. I enjoy the show. It's entertaining. But like, it is. I mean, if we're to be very technical, Tarada, technically I am invested in U.S. military propaganda because I pay, U.S. tax. Oh, I know what this cave is. This is the cave to where we fought those 2 griffins or whatever that I was, 2 wyverns that I was under level for. But I still kicked their ass. But also, Jack Ryan, the actor playing Jack Ryan, is John Krasinski, the dude from The Office.
Come on.
And I like him. He's a good actor. I enjoy it. It's a good show. So long as you kind of ignore the whole like, you know, as long as you're okay with American propaganda. Fair enough. They do have. They have done. Season 3 is where the Russians are kind of being the bad guys. So I'm curious how they're gonna handle it, because that is a very overdone plot. So I'm curious how it's gonna be in the end. Also, this season isn't season 3 isn't hooking me as much as seasons 1 and 2. Here, right? Yeah. Oh, there's a quest down here that I missed? Oh, wait! Is this where I find Cal? The dog?
Piss off. No. Not another step, or there'll be one corpse more.
Listen, behind you.
If you think I'm gonna fall for... Oh, you fucker. Arms! To arms! Monsters are coming!
I hate Algis so much. Oh, I'm almost dead.
Thank you. If not for you, that would have been the end of us. Sure as spring.
You're welcome. Hydrate? I'm drinking Mountain Dew. It's technically not hydrating, but I'm fucking drinking it anyway. It counts. Yeah. Do. I got water beside me, but I hate the taste of water. Like I hate. Fine. Hate the taste of water when I still have like the taste of Mountain Dew in my throat. Poor pupper. I know you can find Henry Cavill's dog here somewhere, but I don't know where. I was told by the internet that you'd find him in Devil's Pit, but I never found him in Devil's Pit. Wait, there's a shopkeeper in Devil's Pit now? What the fuck? Maybe I can find him there. Hold on. Hold on. This is the most important thing to ever exist. I must find Cal. Upper. Where is Cal? I don't see the... Sir, wake the fuck up. We have a city to burn. You know what? I'm gonna wait. Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn. God, fuck Cyberpunk 2077. It's Cal. Not the right breed. You know, they couldn't have. They couldn't even code it in Henry Cavill's Akita. I think he's an American Akita. Cal the dog. Fuck the dog. Hold on, that's a blurry image. Like Cal has a halo. That ain't an Akita. I'm not staring at an Akita. Hold on. Right. They couldn't have even coded in letting me pet the dog. Come on, CD Projekt Red. You could have just added that little thing just for Cal. Let Geralt pet Cal.
Spot a cider for you?
Gwent.
Like to take a look.
What's this? Okay. Empty bottle, cordial. Ooh. Actually, yes, I need that. Wonderful. 3%, 3%. Don't care about stun. Okay. I also don't really care about attack power. I just care about status effects. 2%. 2%.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
Ooh, what's the stat? What's the special? Daryl. Find the roach? Okay, so he operates the same as Siri. And I found roach. Fuck. Okay, I got Siri and Geralt. We'll play them both. Is there any... Well, yes. The answer to that question is yes. It's to be better at playing the mini game here. Essentially is what they're good for. It makes it easier, you know. The more cards get, the more variety, the different kind of styles you can play. The music isn't wanting to play. Rip Gwen music. Yeah, I know, right? What do you earn from the minigame? Coin and fun. Purely fun. Mainly fun. There's also some side quests that relate itself to Gwent. I just love the fact that they didn't like they didn't they weren't expecting for Gwent to be so popular and well loved. So like it took them a while to make a Gwent game. Okay. I mean, there's also one quest I've never ever completed is the collect them all quest. And I've played through this game so many fucking times.
Not one of the Baron's men, are you?
Are you a witcher?
Torado, when I was going through my Steam Replay 2022, it said one new friend added in 2022, and I was like, that's Torado. He's the only. I was like, shit, I really didn't add anyone this year, huh?
He finally met his match. Some cutthroat a witcher, I think, gave Junior his due. So, looking at Sir so much, killed so many.
Also, I have no fucking clue how I got 588 achievements this year. I don't know where those achievements fucking came from. 1000% honest. Like, you can't find. So if you go to, I think it's literally SteamReplay.com. You log in on there, Steam Replay 2022 or something like that. It should. SteamReplay2022.com. Or my Steam on desktop. If you go to the home page of the Steam store, it shows it in there amongst the mess that is the winter sale plus that. Is the diagram, or is it down? Down below. I do know how I got like 177 achievements though. That was from Star Wars The Old Republic. That was purely from me, like, so because I played Star Wars The Old Republic when it was just the OG browser of it, right, pre before it got put onto Steam. You know, I've played through I've completed every single quest line like in that game pretty much. So then when I fucking logged in that game for the first time and loaded up a character, I just had a barrage of Steam achievements in my lower right corner of my screen, just going on for like a while. It's like I had, you know, it had to give me the achievements for having all the classes to level like 75, that shit. And so that kind of was, if we want to be really accurate with the amount of achievements I got, we should, you know, remove 177 of them, because I've had those for years. It's just that Star Wars: The Old Republic wasn't on Steam until like a year or two ago, when EA finally put their stuff on. But I'm gonna keep counting it, just because big number make brain happy. Exactly. I don't know where the other achievements came from though, because I mean, I didn't. Paradox Games is usually a good source of getting a lot of achievements, but I didn't do any achievement hunting this year for Paradox Games.
Just you wait. The Witcher
I haven't
doesn't see to
touched
your
Victoria 3 since I last streamed
From the
it.
fairy tales.
I don't really have too many achievements from that.
Of course.
That milk witch.
So, and I didn't do any Hearts of Iron achievement hunting. I've given up on that. I really don't
You
fucking
craft
know.
something for me.
Oh wait, I don't have.
Farewell.
I gotta go grab the cat gear from the chest first.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself.
His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler, but a just one.
Man, I'm really trying to. We'll have to take a look at. We'll take a look at the games I played this year and see where I got these achievements from. Because they didn't come from the Assassin's Creed games either, because the Assassin's Creed games I played this year don't have achievements on Steam. They have achievements on the Ubisoft store, but not on Steam. Alright, so cat here. Line. Feline. Line.
Help me!
Need some armor.
You know, JL, now you're making me feel like a dick. Because I've also never asked Tarada. Tarada, I've only assumed. I'm sorry. Hardened timber. Can we make any hardened timber? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Advanced feline. Two dark steel plate. Okay. Bum bum. Okay, the inline. Now the gauntlets. More timber. Silk and timber. I gotta get the fucking my boy Clay. He's got
So long.
some add-on thing that allows people to put in their pronouns, and everyone in chat that also uses it will be able to see. I should probably add that. I say that now, but I'm probably going to forget. Yeah, I have my not live account attached to it. I really need to switch things over. I think, you know what? I'm gonna say this now, and then I'm gonna be too lazy and just not do it. But I think I'm gonna retire the not live account. And just switch stuff over to this account. I'm gonna lose my 2.5-year fucking subscription streak to Mikey B though, Tarada. That's why I don't want to give it up, because it's like, you know, it's special. It's special. Also, I realized I haven't been following Mikey B on this account either. I only have people really followed on my not live account. So like I'm also gonna lose my credibility of how long I've been following Mike. It's gonna suck. Take a pic for proof. I know that's the simple solution. But like,
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of
The
steam.
sooner our lads beat the black
Have we not
ones,
met before?
the sooner
You
they
hear
will
away
win.
from yesterday.
the new sub. Yeah. Yeah.
Kiss my ass. Ah.
Like it pure like
Will you craft
honestly,
something
I
for
had
me?
been you know what's funny? Because I'm such a spiteful piece of shit. I'm really a fucking asshole. I was genuinely thinking of switching things over to this account when I rebranded to Ryan Pete's Live and stuff like that. Like I was thinking it over. And then Clay called me out on it on stream one day. On one of his streams, and he was like, why haven't you switched things over? And so out of spite, I have purely stuck with the account out of spite because of that moment. If Clay had never called me out, I probably would have switched things over by now. But I'm a spiteful asshole. All right, I need meteorite silver ingot. Keyline silver sword. I could get the forgotten silver sword. Gotta do it exactly. 2 dark steel ingots. I need steel ingot. Y'all, I'm telling you guys this now. If they ever make a Witcher MMO, like, it doesn't even have to be the best it doesn't have to do everything perfect. If it can be of the relative quality of like Star Wars The Old Republic, which I consider a good MMO. It's my personal favorite MMO. It does have a lot of things wrong with it. It is lacking immensely in end game content, in my opinion, or at least quality end game content. But if they were to make a Witcher MMO, this stream, I would have to rebrand my name to just Witcher MMO, because that's all I would play.
Farewell.
Actually, there's one that would be able to beat it. If they were to do a Song of Ice and Fire MMO, it'll never happen, because there hasn't been like a single Song of Ice and Fire video game. Technically there have been, but they're not all that good. But if they were to fucking go and make one. Yeah, but Telltale fucking went bankrupt. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand the love for Telltale, because the choices were pure illusionary. They really did not affect the story all that much. I've watched the playthroughs. Like, the only time where it seemed your choices actually had sizable importance was that first chapter of their Walking Dead. But no matter the outcome, no matter what, that story ends with the man dying in that bathroom stall, or whatever the fuck. The dude ends up fucking dying no matter what. With The Witcher here, there are 3 endings. Each ending is sizably different. And they are very subtle in this story, with... kind of subtle. With, knowing when, your choices will affect things, right? If you are a supportive dad to Ciri, that gives you a different ending. If you give her back to Amir, that gives you a different ending. If you are a fucking piece of shit, that gives you the worst ending. It's like... And I watched PewDiePie's playthrough of, The Walking, not The Walking Dead, Telltale's, The Song of Ice and Fire story. that first chapter or whatever. But because they went bankrupt, they never finished it. I don't know. The whole Telltale thing and the way that they went bankrupt was just so scummy. And I don't care that they're back. I'm never going to buy a game from them. Like, I don't trust it. It seems super suspicious the way they went bankrupt and now they're back a few years later. The way that the higher-ups at Telltale treated the developers of Telltale and how those people had to, like, panic scramble to try and get jobs in the industry, and the entire, like, the industry had to band together to find these Telltale people and, like, find a place for them to be employed. Like, they were let go, the company went bankrupt, and they were just fired without, like, any sort of pay. Like, they were just cold cut. I can't in good conscience ever support Telltale. I don't care even if it, like, unless it's completely different people running the show. Like, if it's someone that had been a standard developer at Telltale and was one of the people that suffered from Telltale going bankrupt, if it's one of them, like, running the show now at the new Telltale or whatever the fuck, then I'd consider supporting it. But if it's kind of just the same people in suits fucking running the show, no. They can get bent. They can go fuck themselves. And I want to make note, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. At least under the capitalism that is present within the United States and most of the modern world. But there are still things you can do and at least put effort into and not supporting. So if it were just the whole fact that don't give money to J.K. Rowling was like the sole reason behind not getting it, I used to say, before I became a bit more educated, I learned more about what this upcoming game is going to involve. Had it just remained the J.K. Rowling shit with that game, I would have been like, yeah, just go buy it pre-owned at GameStop or whatever after it releases. Because then I don't think, like, any money goes to J.K. Rowling that way. However, that game involves you putting down a slave rebellion. My guy, I'm helping the slaves rebel. Yeah, the story of this upcoming Harry Potter game is the goblins rebelling. And goblins, or whatever the fuck in the Harry Potter universe, are slaves. Not to mention, also, the J.K. Rowling very obviously based the goblins as Jews. But the Jews are the goblins. In Harry Potter. So yikes. So, like, don't even buy the game with that fact in mind. Oh, and also one of the writers, or one of the dudes that is like, like, I think one of the game directors of the show, of that game or whatever, is a extremely right-wing nutcase. So that's another reason not to get it. Can't remember the douchebag's name, but yeah. Don't get that game.
Boys say there's a last round one of the villages that'll let you poker for a few scraps. And this ain't...
All right, what quest to do next? Ew.
Bollocks.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
Oh, Tarada. What I'm surprised by is is Red Dead Redemption 2 is my still second most played game of this year. And I played that and beat that all in February. Like, what? Yeah, that still consists of 8% of my time. I put like 66 hours into it. I mean, you can check. You have me added. How do I check my own profile? I don't know how to check it well in. I think I put in like 66 hours.
What do you need? Oh, come no closer. The heat from the furnace is something awful.
What are you selling? What's good?
Ooh, JL, you're gonna hate my opinion on it then.
Wouldn't mind.
Y'all, it is fucking 57 degrees right now where I live. It is December 29th. Why is it 57 degrees? Eh. Eh. Fuck, where do you live? I live in the Midwest. No, I've... Oh, wait, can you not? Oh, no, I put it in, Oh, I'm just talking about, like, my Steam profile. Like, you can just check out the games I've played. I've given away, like, what state I live in. Many times. I've even kind of accidentally said more than that. Oh, no. I thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was... I thought the open world is one of the best open worlds ever made for a video game. I thought the story was completely predictable and absolutely boring. After, I don't know, chapter 4, 5, I can't remember. It was after, it was about around the time of the big bank robbery, when everything like goes to shit, where I was just kind of done with the game's main storyline, where I was just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. They purely killed off characters for shock value. expecting you to care when I don't care about these characters because, you know, if you're doing a prequel, the thing to do is not kill characters. It's to surprise you should be surprising the audience with which characters actually survive. And surprising them with how they survive and why they survive, not trying to shock them with which characters get fucking murked. I love Sadie was probably my favorite character. And I'm glad she lived, but like also I didn't buy Dutch's fucking descent into insanity. It just never came across as good. I never really cared for it much. And I thought it was poorly done. And also the now I do not disagree with killing off Arthur. However, the one thing that pissed me the fuck off was the epilogue. The epilogue is what actually made me strongly dislike this game. Is because Arthur is the one from the beginning calling out and disliking Micah. Micah kills him in the end. Arthur doesn't get... Having John kill Micah alongside Dutch pissed me the fuck off. It's like, no. If you're gonna kill Arthur, have Micah die alongside Arthur. Have them die like side by side or whatever the fuck. Have their mutual death, their deaths together, be the breaking of the Vanderland gang. Like, it's Arthur's death that forces John to stay away from Dutch, and it's Micah's death that forced Dutch to, like, fucking... It was Micah that forced Dutch to go crazy and distrust everyone. Just... I don't think I'm winning this round. Oh, man. I mean... It's hard to say. Ooh, what's his part? Ooh, I barely won it. Witcher 1? In terms of games I played this past year, yeah, Witcher 1 is probably my least favorite game. Because there were so many crashes, the autosaves were ass, the controls were pretty ass. But then again, that is a game from 2007, and I was playing it in 2022. So I feel like that is a bit unfair of me to try and rank it with such in mind. I think I have to rank it. It has to be a game that I played within a decent within a window of release of a few years, like 3 to 5 years. And if we go by that, if we narrow myself to that, the worst game I ever played is The Last of Us 2. I absolutely fucking hate The Last of Us 2. It is one of the... It pisses me... They retcon almost everything about that fucking hospital and what we witness as gamers and as Joel. They retcon everything from the last, like, hour or two of Last of Us 1. They fucking retcon it. They even have dialogue, like, in Last of Us 1 that explicitly states, that this is not a guaranteed fucking thing. Also, if you take note of when we go to the Firefly Hospital to rescue Ellie, when we're taking shit down, and then we break in and then kill Abby's father, who becomes Abby's fucking father in the sequel, that medical room is dirty as fuck. Okay? The medical room is dirty as fuck. When we go to it in Abby's flashbacks, they pose it as clean. They start also in Abby's flashbacks telling us that it's a surefire thing that if they get the fungus fucking whatever out of Ellie's brain, they will definitively be able to make a cure. Within the game tells you in Last of Us 1 or Last of Us 2, I think in Last of Us 1, they tell you when this doctor got his degree so that you can side more with Joel in Last of Us 1. You want to know what degree this man had? He had a bachelor's. Someone did the math on TikTok. He would have been in his 2nd year of residency by the time of the outbreak. By the time of the outbreak, this doctor, who is not a leading neuroscientist like the second game wants to proclaim him, no, he was in his 2nd year of residency by the time of the outbreak, set in by your own in-world logic. That is not an expert in the field whatsoever. He might be technically an expert in the field post-outbreak because everything's gone to fucking shit. But no. Now, I will give them credit that I did love the trans character and his storyline within the world. I thought, and the way he interacted with Abby, I thought that was really good. That was well written. That was about the only thing well written within that game. Because also, if we look at that game, so Abby's people, the gang or whatever the fuck she belongs to, they use dogs. So when you're playing Ellie, you have to kill a lot of dogs. But when you play Abby, who is largely facing a group of people that want to live traditionally. They want to live as part of like nature or whatever the fuck. Why do those people not have dogs of their own? Those people would use dogs to hunt. If they refuse to use technology, they would use dogs. They would have trained dogs themselves. So that is a very deliberate writing decision by the Last of Us 2 writers, game director, whoever the fuck made the decision to purposefully try and taint the player's perception of Ellie and have them side with Abby, even though it completely defies logic. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense to have those people not use dogs while Abby's people use dogs. You purely only wanted to try and that's them knowing that Abby is poorly written, is exceptionally difficult to sympathize with, so they use dogs. Which as a writer, I am all for using cheap ways to quickly get readers or the audience to side with a character. It's effective. It's a reason. There's a reason it's used. However, if it's a character that killed the main character of the last game, a character that is very well fucking beloved, fuck off. and you're purely using it to make me hate the other main character of the previous game, fuck off. The Last of Us 2 is the worst game I've ever played.
Greetings, stranger. Salt air gives a man a powerful thirst, don't it?
Fucking 1 out of 10.
Don't look at your stock.
Also, I found it really weird, the sex scene between Abby and her ex-boyfriend. I really disliked that. I was so uncomfortable with that scene because it was also there was a hint of possibly it being SA, but also not, like the consent there was very dubious between both parties. So I really disliked it. I was uncomfortable with it. And it went on for too long. Like, now granted, I'm also, to be fair, when it comes to sex scenes, I'm not someone that really cares for sex scenes in books or in media in general, just because, like, I don't know, most of the time it never really furthers the story to a certain extent. In books, you can get away with it because you are, as the reader, you are in the mind of the character. So, like, if it's a sex scene that is furthering character development, which most of the time they don't, it can be a good way of getting a better idea of who the character is. But most of the time, authors just write a sex scene to have a sex scene in their fucking book so that they can, like, try and market it in that way. Or whatever the fuck.
Got a thirst for gambling myself. Cards, preferably Gwent.
The hoary frost, the rain that fell like stones. Hamlet cut the giant down, breaking all his bones.
But yeah, Last of Us 2, worst game I've ever played. Torado, what's the worst game you ever played? And JL, the question also goes to you. What is the worst game you ever played? Like, for me, rarely does what's the word? Gameplay rarely affects the game for me a lot of the time. Like, I'm a story person. Okay, the Amnesia game? Okay. Never played it. I'm not much of a horror gamer.
accept the
Here.
challenge?
You drink last night too?
Get to your own tub. The ring with the real men.
Hey,
Oh, raining again.
I'm curious what Tarada's answer will be.
That's it, Roach.
Whoa, 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 no! Why did we fall? You're supposed to follow the path, Roach. The path. Follow the fucking path, Roach! Oh my god. I'm trying to think of other games I've hated. Can't really think of any.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Hammond.
What for?
Business.
He prays at the chapel on the hill this time of day. If it's slaves you're looking to buy, you'll have to wait till he's done.
He's praying. Wouldn't have thought him a God-fearing man from what I've heard about him.
Yet it's not something that would surprise any man who knows him.
Another snoop. You know the drill. Some more hog. Glory to all heroes! Give him hell!
Fight a witcher.
Shut you out! Now the grave will take you back!
That goes where what's left. You know what? I like me a lot of side quests. I mean, I fucking love Skyrim. So I can't knock a game for side quests. It's when the side quests are just like, you know, I don't want to say fetch quests because you can really boil down every side quest in Skyrim to being a fetch quest. I feel like it's more when, I mean, I feel like the best way I can describe it is just when the quests feel unnecessary. Like, why do I have to do this, you know? If the quests feel unnecessary, then yeah, they're a poor quest. Yeah, and I think actually I think it might actually be pretty easy to figure out why those work differently. It's because in a post-apocalyptic game, there aren't people to really interact with. So like the side quests essentially end up boiling down to the same thing. You're given quests, you gotta go to this area, and then each quest you're gonna have to deal with like a horde of zombies or whatever the fuck. You know? Kill a bunch of zombies, come back. Ow. Ow. Like, I think I've talked about this in some of my trope talks. It's about knowing the genre that you're playing in. And so, like, if you're making side quests for a post-apocalyptic game, you got to handle them differently than you would a fantasy game or a western. Like, personally, I feel like post-apocalyptic games, while it may at first make sense to make them be open-world games, because there's a lot to do there, I think it makes more sense to have post-apocalyptic kind of games be more linear in nature. I think they tend to lend themselves better to that, because also, if you're facing a horde of zombies, one good way of increasing fear in the player, if you want to make the player a bit more scared, is by making it linear. You also make it feel more cramped, and more cramped equals claustrophobia, which equals fear. Which is why I feel like Resident Evil games, I think that has to be one of the reasons why Resident Evil games are more, while the recent games have tended to be a bit more open in exploration, they are still pretty linear games, hence they feel more cramped.
Gods of the sea, I've never begrudged you no gifts. Grant me another victory, so I can make you another offering of me loot.
Don't mind me.
Fuck, what now?
Heard you were in Carradin's band.
Fucking say what you want. Come on,
Tarada, where did you go? Get back here.
I'm looking for Yad Carradin.
And just who the hell
I don't care if you have a life, Tarada.
A friend of a
You must
friend.
answer me.
I'm looking for Carradin. Thought maybe we could make some sort of deal.
What? Our business robbing some Novigrad pricks the wrong way? Plowing gills. Come on, what are you waiting for? Kill the fucker!
Ooh. Okay, I can't set these people on fire. Ow! You were thinking? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you had heard. Hammond, thought I made it clear during our last face-to-face talk, I don't want to keep in touch with you, and I especially don't want to do any business with you. I have no doubt the enterprise you proposed would be profitable. Nevertheless, to speak colloquially, count me out. There are plenty of other potential buyers in Novigrad, goldsmiths, jewelers, and merchants dealing in luxury goods, for starters. I don't want to get involved. Whatever you decide, I wish you well in it. Treat this letter as our final farewell. Carradin. Nowhere in. That is back. Alright. Meet Nidus. Collapsed bridge. These games you get bored in. Amnesia and Devour. Okay, so we have two people here saying that they dislike Amnesia. I would love to see a wide study done. Because, you know, it's typically horror games that I see it get narked on for being just bad games. Like, it's typically horror games that are just poorly done. Tomb Raider games, I have never played them. I do believe I have. Roach, what are you doing? I think that's the first time I've ever had Roach actually get on the roof of a house. In all my years of playing this. I do believe I have the like newest Tomb Raider game, because Epic Games gave it away for free some time ago. I believe I have it. And I would like to play through it, but I don't know. Adventure games like Tomb Raider and Uncharted don't really appeal to me. Like, I tried to play, because when I used to have PlayStation Plus, and some time ago, like over a year ago, they gave away all of the Uncharted games for free. And I tried playing each one. I just couldn't get into any of them. Yeah, cheesy, bad horror movies are good. I wouldn't count this as a horror movie. It's more action thriller, but Overlord, the movie Overlord by J.J. Abrams produced it. It's relatively new.
They heard you badly.
It's from a few years ago now. But it's like a World War II Nazis make zombie kind of horror movie. And it's a fun time. It's a fun time with the boys. Me and the boys did a drinking game with it, and let me tell you, we had to change the rules of the drinking game, because if we had gone by the rules of that drinking game that we found on Reddit, we would have been fucking blackout drunk. I didn't do that, but like it's a good. I enjoyed it. Like, I think it's a well acted movie. It's fun. It's got some funny parts in it, and I think it's got some genuinely scary parts in it as well. I think actually all around it's a decent movie. I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10, because enjoyment wise, if I were to be like try and be very critical of it from a storytelling perspective, probably not. But
seen sirens around here before.
Also,
of course.
that
They fly in
storytelling,
the
ranking it
Isle
on
First
storytelling
gods.
stuff, that's still a very subjective opinion.
Enough chatter. My brother awaits. Thanks for the help, stranger. Your
So,
gods
Overlord,
grant you
28. I think it was made in. It came out in 2018.
health on the continent.
Good movie. It's a good time. They also use, I think they use practical effects for the makeup of at least like the main like bad guy. The effects look really good. It's a really like good looking movie in my opinion.
Come on.
No. Get off of Roach. We're not gonna fight him. Ooh. I don't watch horror movies, so me saying like any horror movie recommendations is gonna be bad. There's a thriller. This is another thriller. I think it's called The Circle. It's on Netflix. It's a very like small budget horror thriller movie where the people have to like they have to essentially vote on who dies, and it essentially becomes like a mind game of, you know, with Emma Watson. No, I don't think she's in it. It's like a cast of unknowns. I don't think anyone like famous is in it. I think it's called The Circle. Oh no. Netflix thriller. Okay, no, it's just called. It's not The Circle. It's just Circle. It was released in 2015. And essentially, it becomes a question of the concept of, are people going to vote based on who they think is most worthy of living? And so people will vote like, you know, they'll vote to keep the youngest people alive, right? Because it's the young people that can, you know, women, mothers, they are like people who can further society in that regard typically win, like appealing to human sympathy. Or is it going to be people that can like manipulate? And so people that figure out the game. Like it's got, you know, it's got like a 6 out of 10 on IMDb and 59% I think on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's better than that. Watched it one night while getting drunk with some friends. We had pizza. We were getting high and drunk. It was a good time. And so maybe I'm biased in that regard because I associate it with a good time. But I think it's a genuinely good movie.
What'll it be? Will you help old Nidus find a black pearl for his wife? I'd like it done already. Humidity's unkind to my bones. They've started creaking.
Let's go. But get ready for them to creak some more. Not likely to find pearls where it's dry.
True. But I survived worse during the war. At Rosrock, we fought waist deep in the swamp and...
That's another thing that, like, one of the questions that lurks in your mind is like, will the... All right, they figured out the game. Will they be able to outsmart the game now? Like, or is there even a way to outsmart the game that they are playing? So I like
your step for a man your age.
I like the questions that the show kind of thinks of.
This is the place. They say dive down here and you'll see the oyster beds all around. Problem is, not all hold pearls, and the black ones are a real rarity.
I gotta rewatch that
Search long
movie
enough and you're sure to
sometime.
find one.
See if I can
So
pick out.
I'm supposed to do the diving.
If it's actually a well-written movie, there will be things you can pick out on a rewatch. So I'm curious
And my lungs
to see
ain't what
that.
they used to be, so yeah.
And also, like, if you watch it with friends, talking to your friends after the movie's over, and you're all trying to, like, piece together what you just watched, is a good time, too. I need to get buckthorn. I need to get a bunch of buckthorn. Because apparently fucking shopkeepers don't fucking sell it. I have gotten many actors. You know, one that I still don't understand, but I got one when I was working at GameStop. One person... Oh! Some people have said Eddie Redmayne. I don't see that one. When I was working at GameStop several years ago, one person said I looked like Tom Holland. That one I still don't see. I never saw that one. I think those are the... Oh! The British actor that plays Merlin in, Merlin on BBC. Or, well, played Merlin in BBC. That one I've gotten a lot. Nicholas Hoult. That's a new one. Oh, the Mad Max guy? I can kind of see it. One of my favorite comments that I ever got. Oh no, please don't die. Please don't fucking die. One of my favorite comments that I ever got on a video was, "You look like the love child of Arthur and Merlin." The gay love child. This is the exact quote. It was like, "You look like the gay love child of King Arthur and Merlin from BBC's Merlin." And that lives rent-free in my head to this day. That comment was from like 2 years ago. Great.
Damn it. Splashing must have attracted
Look like a gay love
You all
child.
right?
Nicked in a few places. But if I pull through after Sodden, I'll survive this too. So, any luck?
Black Pearl, just like you wanted.
Beautiful. Rare. Like my letter. Well, as Constable Natalis would say,
Ooh, okay.
you've earned a medal.
Tarada and JL. How about
Coin will
how
be
about a
fine.
game that like
Oh, yes,
everyone
about
loves but you hated?
Listen, I feel right foolish, but well,
For
I
me,
didn't bring any coin
it's
with
Red
me.
Dead 2 or Last of Us 2, depending on if it's still uncertain whether or not the vast majority of people like Last of Us 2 or not. I'm not sure what general consensus is there. Genshin Impact,
Wasn't it? Even the
a
hard
real
road
game, not a mobile game.
Not what they once were.
Is Clay or Dan watching? They might yell at me for that one.
I'll pay you to the last copper. Foot soldier's honor.
Your mum shut you out. Neither Green or Tim.
Is there a bandit camp here? No, there isn't. Whoa. Stardew Valley? Ooh, that's a good one. I have 20 minutes on Stardew Valley and I got overwhelmed and bored of it. Isn't there a fucking... I thought there was a... There's the signpost. Damn, buddy, you got 44 minutes. Yeah, they made it... I don't know, it's... They tried to do it like Minecraft, where they kind of just drop you in. But the problem with doing... But that game, Stardew has a legitimate story in it. Right? Like, Minecraft doesn't have a story. So, like, just dropping you in and having you figure things out makes sense. But for Stardew, I think they needed to, like, slowly build you up to introduce you to certain things. Like, you could... For me, for my brain and the way it works with games like that, is like... Fucking, ooh, shiny. I'm gonna go check this thing out. But you can't do that with Stardew. Like, you have to take your time, and I just... If I have to take my time with the game to better access certain areas that you're allowing me to access from the beginning, you shouldn't be giving me access to those areas, you know? It's like, have me go discover the mine, like, I don't know, it was just... It just didn't do it for me. I couldn't get into it. I think if I were to figure the game out, I think maybe that would be a different story. Fallout? Oh yeah. I have 1 minute in Fallout 4. I loaded it up, and then I was like, nah, and quit. Like someone bought, like, when it came out, someone bought, like, I asked for it for Christmas, or my birthday or Christmas, the year it came out. So I was in high school at the time. Do
you see what I do?
I have not played it. And so that person that got it for me, I think it was my grandma, paid probably full price for it. Or maybe, like, you know, maybe it was on sale for like 10% or something around holidays. I don't know. But yeah, I still haven't played it. I don't think I'll ever play Fallout 4. I also got Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I think that came out the same year or something. Or maybe a couple years later. But I also got Assassin's Creed Syndicate for my birthday. I have the physical disc of it. I have not even put a single minute in that game. I never loaded it. I downloaded it, and then I never played it. But because I'm going through all the Assassin's Creeds now, I will be eventually playing it. When we get to it in the timeline.
It's a material world.
Oh, JL, let me tell you, I prefer...
There you are, your coin. Earned every last bit. I'd never have done it without you.
Was it worth it?
I think so. No. I suppose Letter likes it.
What, did she say something about what you did?
Letter? She don't say much of anything anymore. Hasn't for a while. Letter's sick. Something.
I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. I lost my letter. So, CD Projekt Red would give, like, with the physical copies of Witcher 3, like, you'd have a letter from them saying, thank you for buying our game. I lost mine.
You know, we talked a lot about that stupid promise. It was our joke. Just ours for years, but no.
This one's gonna make my fellow boomers feel old.
Sorry.
As am I. Farewell, Geralt.
You feel old yet?
Gods guide you the path.
I feel old.
Like a miller's son.
I got this at Best Buy.
Eternal fire protects us, but the witcher sure comes in handy at times.
I got other... PC games physical, but they're under my TV, and it's too much of a hassle to pull them out. I really need to like put together a like what I want to do. So I have a TV on like an old entertainment thing that's kind of bulky and takes up more space than it actually saves, in my opinion. And also the desk I use for my computer here is pretty small and restrictive. Like I can barely fit my 2 monitors on it. Like with these 2 monitors and the stuff I have on it, it's cramped. What I want to do is have like a wraparound desk that goes from here, from this spot, and then wraps around like probably like to my door over here, and then beneath that like have shelves under it so I can like store more books, because I'm running out of space for my books. Store my games, have them be more like easily seen, because right now they're kind of like hidden where they are, and I don't like that. I don't like that aesthetic. But I don't think you can buy a desk that fits that, so I have to like make it myself. But I don't know how, and I need my dad's help for that. Also, my dad is fucking forgetful. I love my dad. He's forgetful.
Now you.
Flight Simulator? I don't count that as a game. That's just like Google Maps, but you can fly different planes.
Youth these days, they're brained, all of them.
There was one indie game that I did DNF this year that I didn't like.
Sick.
That has really good reviews on Steam. I can't remember the name of it. It was like, if it weren't for Witcher 1, that would have been the only game I DNF'd this year. But because Witcher 1 exists, I DNF'd 2 games.
No, who started this war? I'm busy.
They's the ones violated the border first.
That's not it at all. It was the non-humans.
What the hell took you?
Pretty likely Carradine lives in Novigrad, and he never severed ties with Hammond. They're actually in business together.
Learned something too. He trades in live goods on the sly. Owns a ship called the Pearl of the Coast. Runs between here and Skellige. Changed his name too, to Roland Truger, who officially is a respected Novigrad trader and philanthropist. Has a residence in Gildorf.
Anything on Celise?
Well, didn't have you there to stand up for her.
Podcast? No.
All right, let's pay Carradine.
Well, that's a lie. I actually listened to Brandon Sanderson's podcast that he has with Dan Wells. I do listen to that
I know
one.
how to get in. I got a plan.
If your plan doesn't include dealing with an escort of guardsmen, best revise it. Calm now. Let them start it.
You're expected. Come in.
And I guess if we count Critical Role as a podcast, that's another one I guess I listened to.
Make yourselves at home.
He's a witcher.
Very true. Allow me to introduce my wife Letitia and my 2 little tots. You know who I am, and I've heard of you. You've been asking many questions about me. That always draws my attention.
What school do you come out of?
That of the cat. So few of us left.
Witchers can't have children.
But they can have wards, or take in a woman along with her children, embrace them as their own.
I could understand a Witcher becoming a hired assassin, but a merchant?
Why ever not? Not one among us doesn't dream of changing our life. I simply did not stop at dreaming. They say no Witcher has ever died in his bed. I aim to be the first.
Remains to be seen.
My friend needs to talk to you.
Lads, take the children and Letitia and leave us. Our guests wish to speak to me. I'm all ears.
Talk to him, Geralt. If I do, first word he says to me, I'll lose it and throttle the fucker.
This is one of the side quests in the game where I've always been uncertain as to what decision to make.
Your wife know who you were?
We are thoroughly honest with one another, harbor no secrets. She prays for me each day. You know what? I think it's working.
Yes, there is a Witcher book series.
Relax, Lambert.
I confessed all just before we pledged to marry one another. Began a new life that day, with a clean slate.
It's originally a Polish series, and actually it is because of CD Projekt Red and the popularity of the Witcher games that it allowed the Witcher series to then get published outside of the Polish language. Like, I believe the books were not translated until CD Projekt Red came out with Witcher 1, and then because Witcher 1 was successful, English speakers wanted to read it, and so it got picked up outside of Poland and translated. I believe that's the story. I could be wrong. It could have been more popular than that before Witcher 1, but if it was, it wasn't all that popular. Too well known. Was nowhere near as well known as it is now. It is really because of CD Projekt Red that book series is as successful as it is. And the author of the Metro series, which is like a kind of like post-apocalyptic world series, that author has even said, like, yeah, if it weren't for the game series they did of my books, my series would not have been as popular as it became to Americans. And that one is like a Russian, I think, written series. Was originally written for Russians.
Nice place you got.
As it turned out, I have a flair for enterprise. Now I have coin enough to provide my family with the finer things in life.
With some left over for philanthropy.
Miss Marabella's institute does not scorn small donations. Neither does the city's Widows and Orphans Relief Fund, amongst others.
Remember Aiden? A Witcher. Murdered in Elander. Guessing the killers were paid well.
I remember him as I remember all the others, with the deepest regret. Yet Aiden was different in a way. Contrary to rumor, we did not set out to kill him. We were forced to when he attacked us.
Yeah, well, I feel like that might be the way to go for people that are writing books in languages outside of English, right? Because, I mean, if you are an English writing author, Hollywood is going to option your series fairly likely, honestly. Even if your book series isn't too popular, they might option you and give you like a few $100 or something. I don't know. It depends on the success of your book. I don't know how the industry works. But from what it sounds like to me is that Hollywood kind of goes in and options. And so optioning is like they kind of rent the rights to your book, the film rights to your book. So if you option your series, the studio that is buying it or optioning it, renting it, has the rights for a few years, and they are paying you each year they have the rights up until this time, and if they go, let's say you option it to this studio for 5 years, for I don't know, $500 a year, they get, they pay you $500 each year, even if they are not doing anything with it. So it's optioning is a good thing for authors, instead of flat out selling your rights away, the rights of your thing away to a studio that may never do anything for a flat fee. And if they do not get any production moving within those few years, yeah, I know, but there's other people here, so I feel like I gotta explain it. And it also makes it easier in my brain. I think Tarada's heard me explain this before, probably, but whatever. They then, no, and if nothing happens with the series, you get your rights back, and you had also gotten paid for it. You make out, and you're able to then pretty much option your rights to a different studio if another studio wants it. How common that is for smaller writers, I don't know. But the way it kind of sounds is it kind of sounds like they kind of come in and kind of studios will buy up like any sort of new series that's coming out of the hopes that they can buy it cheap and early so that they don't have to pay the author as much for when they get things moving. It is kind of, I think, how I'm seeing it and what would make sense to me. Like, right, if I were a Hollywood executive, I would be optioning rights from new authors out of the, just as they come out with like maybe their first book or whatever, out of the hope that maybe they get lucky and their book does get famous, which then benefits me, and then I get production rolling, and I also was able to option the rights for like a few $100 fucking bucks. That's a good fucking deal for a Hollywood exec. But then for non-English speaking, I think their best bet is video games, because I think we see a lot more indie games coming from outside of the US. I think we see indie games coming out from non-English speaking countries. And in regards to CD Projekt Red, I believe Poland subsidizes, the Polish government, I think, subsidizes the video game industry. Or at least subsidizes CD Projekt Red, or at least used to. I don't know if they do anymore.
What's your version of this story?
Aiden had accepted a contract to lift the curse from the Duke's daughter. He took the coin, bungled the job, then left once the girl passed on.
A sad thing about the Witcher series, though, and its origins.
He'd spent the coin already, so we demanded his swords. When he refused, tempers flared. Vienne, positioned as a sniper, lost her nerve. Hit Aiden square in the eye. Later, she devised her own version of the story. To silence her guilt, I expect.
I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? What did I say? Oh, sad story about The Witcher and its origins. I believe, if I'm remembering right, Sapkowski, I think the stories were originally meant for his son. His son unfortunately died sometime like after the series started getting released, but died before the games got made. I think early 2000s, late 90s, I want to say, maybe. And it's because of Sapkowski's son, I think, that the Witcher stories even got written. Like, I think it was Sapkowski's son that told him to write these stories.
I've heard enough.
Been a while since I read that, though. I read that a few years ago. So I could be wrong.
You've changed. You have.
Forgiveness. It's my sole aim now.
You're buying this bullshit? Bastard's lying his ass off.
Leave him. Let's go.
You off your fucking nut?
Lambert, this is one of those situations when you have to realize you're pissed as hell, rein it in, and trust your cool-headed friend. Let's go.
For fuck's sake, Geralt. Don't know that I'll be able to forgive you.
I said let's go. You can always come back.
Thank you.
I really don't know what to think of this man. I don't...
Explain yourself.
Don't intend to. Just felt Caridin didn't deserve to be murdered in cold blood. If you feel otherwise, you can always go back. Without me.
I feel like beating the shit out of you. See you later. Someday.
So long, Lambert.
Lambert, we gotta play Gwent.
Can we talk?
What about?
Ever play Gwent?
Of course. Even tried to teach Vesemir, but turned out he's just mule-headed. Why do you ask? Up for a quick hand?
Am I? Have you crying like a baby by the time I'm through with you?
Ooh, we got a spy. Ooh, I like this hand a lot. I really like this hand. That's what I thought. He has Ciri as well. But he doesn't have Roach. Nerd. Loser. Ooh. Suck it, Lambert.
You win. Oh, can't believe I gotta give up my unique card. Better your hands than someone else's, I guess.
Okay.
What's he doing here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
Got me eye on you.
I got me eye on you too, sucker.
Mind if I interrupt?
Nay. My prayers are in vain anyways.
Here you're having trouble with a curse.
I am. Look, see it lying there. The horse head on the pole. That's
a nithing kind of curse. Seen this before. They're nothing to scoff at. Can bring misfortune, even death.
Aye, and the name carved upon it is Tialva, my firstborn. Boy's feverish, grows weaker by the day. I fear I'll bury him before the next moon. Tried to lift the curse myself, but no luck.
I can help you, one of two ways. First, I can try to convince whoever put up the nithing to lift the curse themselves. Second, I can deflect the curse back on whoever cast it by writing their name on the shaft. Either way, need to know who's behind this.
But I don't trouble no one. Don't know a soul who'd wish it upon me.
Guess I gotta investigate. A nithing. A powerful curse. Name carved on the shaft. Tialva, son of Lothar. Trails fresh. Might want to look around some. What is this? Woman's shawl. Distinctive pattern. Distinctive smell.
I'm gonna have to fucking I'm gonna have to reload. The scent is invisible. Man, what is... I've never had this many technical difficulties with The Witcher before.
Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
Yeah. The original game just fucking deserves it. Fuck Witcher 1. It has not aged well.
This here's a calm village.
Too many scents.
Uncle said
Can't follow my nose any further. Need to ask around about the shawl. You, Odin?
I am. Hear about me, sonny?
Oh, shit.
Where should I look for your son?
East of here, midst the ruins of the fortress. He went there with some rogues from Faroe. Met him at the tavern. They filled his head with nonsense about some treasure. I said, sonny, Faroe folk are liars to a man. You shouldn't fraternize with them. But he knew better.
How'll I recognize him? All I know is he doesn't listen to his father. Pretty typical for his age.
His name's Olve, a cheerful lad, a bit of a lisp. Nothing special about his looks, except last I saw him he was wearing a yellow tunic. Lovely. None other like it in the village. Got it from me a year back, on his birthday.
That ought to do it. I'll look around. No promises, though.
Jeepers. You're a real sport. I'm busy.
You don't say.
Fine, fine. They light lanterns on the rocks, then loot the wrecked ships.
I'm here for you.
Well, who can I ask about the fucking shawl? Fucking dicks.
I recognize your type.
Aye? What's it you need?
Any chance you know who wore this shawl?
Course. Yona, our herbalist, lives there, in that hut. Oh, she'll be pleased you found it for her.
Yeah, real pleased.
The sorceress, Yennefer, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Found your shawl near Lothar's house by the knithing you put up there.
How did you know?
Had a hunch. Thanks for confirming it. You know Tjalva's got one foot in the grave.
Good. That bastard should never have been born. Me, I was to be Lothar's bride, but he cast me aside for that flounder. Getting his comeuppance now. Him and that whole ploughing family.
You'd kill a child out of jealousy? Are you serious?
'Tis not jealousy, but dignity that matters here. 10 years we lived side by side. 10 years. I cooked for him, washed his breeches, shared me bed. And he abandoned me with nary a word. Whole village laughed. Stupid bint Yona let herself be had. Oh no, I have not been had, nor have I forgot.
Want you to lift the curse. I mean it.
Fine, I'll do it. But I've my terms. Lothar's to renounce his son and come back to me.
I'll be sure to tell him. But I think we both know what his answer will be.
Your type a mile away.
Fucking
I recognize your type a mile away.
hate that woman. Hate that woman.
So, you know who placed the knifing?
Old friend of yours, Yona.
I might have guessed. Jealous bitch! Can't stand to see others happy. So, will she lift the curse?
Yeah, sure. All you gotta do is renounce your family and go back to her.
Nay. Never! My wife, my son. I'd strip them of honor. Condemn them to poverty. You've got to break the spell, Witcher. Let her die!
Yeah, fair enough.
You might deserve to be punished, but not this way. Fine, I'll do it.
Thanks be to the gods.
Don't bring the gods into it. This is between two human beings.
There's truth to that blather by the Ice Giant.
J-O-N-N-A. May it be quick and painless.
So? Did it work?
It did. Your son should recover soon. And Yona will die.
Thanks, Witcher. 1,000 times over. Me son's dearest of all to me. I couldn't abide it if he'd died. Your reward. Will you eat with us before moving onward?
No. Not in the mood.
I feel like they wanted to expand this quest a little more. It feels... I think they're supposed to be... Just the way Geralt is acting towards Lothar, and the only information we have about Lothar is that he left Jonah after 10 years. I mean, yeah, dick move on Lothar's part, but like, Geralt of all people should know that like, Geralt's had multiple partners that he's abandoned, he's like left, you know? So it's like, it feels like they wanted, this was supposed to be longer and that we were supposed to get more information about like Lothar's past. and then they cut it out but didn't change the ending or whatever.
Hmm.
I believe she's dead now, or we'll hear like a scream.
Friends we show heart.
What became of those nice Pharaoh lads who went treasure hunting in the ruins?
I don't know.
Where is she? Where's Jonah?
Water was running red with blood.
Someone might have been a fish upstream.
Thought we got to like see her die or something.
Ow!
Guess not. Okay. Alright, they're trolled.
So will you buy the ram? The right Randy took that one.
Actually, that's the abandoned site. Let me recover. You're welcome.
Johnny killed the monster.
Been a whale coming? Maybe the...
What brings it to me?
Wouldn't mind a look at your wares.
Ooh, motherfucker has a lot. You don't have really anything I care about.
Farewell.
But you're no druid.
You're not good hell. That's nurse son.
Then we go do some. Well, my dad's off fighting.
Ooh, a wandering merchant. Hold
Greetings.
on.
Show.
What's he got here? Oh. Unlock fast travel points. Yeah. What do you matter? You need those for.
So long.
Roach, you are in the tree.
Silver earrings from the continent, perchance?
If Miretta wants something from the continent,
Greetings. Nothing.
So long.
Come, take a gander.
I took a gander, and I did not like what I gandered.
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Come on.
You have tried already.
Come on,
Oh,
Trim
they
it.
live
It's
at
got
the
to be
bottom.
ready in time for the funeral.
Who are there,
Brock will
Richard?
send us away with Bran.
I'm trying. I do wonder where they're
Sacrificed me best mare. 'Twas an honor.
You were good and true here. She'll be so beyond.
May she serve our king worthily.
We've hewn the post.
Time for the chiselries.
It's got to be worthy of a Conan. Who are there?
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Silver sword could most certainly solve. I like that.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. Attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange. Any witnesses?
Rurik, my apprentice. He was on a boat the Muir Diablin attacked. There's Tove, too. Her man was killed. She lives nearby, up a bit. Sorry, none other comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
I'll take the job. Dealt with drowners many times. It'll soon be over. Got my word on that.
Weird Diablo.
Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against the rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
I shall pay you back every last copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
You know, I have enough coin. Let's see. See what happens.
I'll help you.
I know he scams me,
visit
but I'm
Novigrad
curious how
often
far I
enough.
can take it.
Might stop by, see how business is going.
Thank you. You'll find me in the Port District. My name's Johan Bonner.
See you later then.
I'm gonna recall that debt.
To sail to the continent? To trade? Any truth to that?
Our time amongst the living.
You need not do this, child.
I know, but I want to.
this madness? Such a young lass.
Erna should be the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. 'Tis her decision.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Set in the mood,
see you
Geralt.
again.
Man, just got, we're at a funeral.
The eulogy.
King Bran of Clan Tuirsech has embarked on his final voyage. At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
You knew Bran?
Yes, he was well respected. Unlike his wife.
Skellige is its clans. In times of war, tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones. The gates of Caer Troll stand open to all who held Bran of Clan Tuirsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step forth.
Come to the wake with me?
Gladly. Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanedd?
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciatingly well what happened after the banquet.
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see. Did you learn anything in Velen?
Velen. Awful place. Somehow Ciri wound up at the castle of the local ruler, a baron, self-proclaimed. This was after she was injured.
Injured? Was it serious?
Don't think so. Must have recovered because this baron sent her on to Novigrad. Think she was looking for you at the time. These witches Ciri came across, she was lucky to escape them.
Witches?
Creatures more like. Can't say exactly what they are, but they're dangerous. Very. Also ran into an old friend of ours in Velen, Kira.
What on earth is Kira Metz doing in that wasteland?
Hiding from witch hunters. Listen, she told me an elven mage had been there looking for Ciri.
Good. You'll need to tell me more when we have some time.
Been to Novigrad. Ciri was there, looking for a way to lift some curse. She's not there anymore.
You're certain?
Heard it from Dandelion, with no embellishments.
Do you know any more about this curse?
Not much. Ciri ran into some trouble, never finished what she went there to do. I recovered a phylactery. She was looking for a way to enchant it.
I'll look at it later.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ard Skellig a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Ciri was its cause.
As much as I respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
Ermion's head of the Skellige Circle? Haven't seen him since...
Since Ciri was a little girl. I doubt he'll do you any favors, not even for old time's sake.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Crach.
White Wolf!
Greetings, Crach.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
Okay.
I shall wear black and white for the feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And just like Crach, I'll not accept any excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Yes, ma'am. I think I can... I want to wait so that I can have access to the merchants, please.
Plant eyes right here. Oh, aye. Following him myself, saw him drifting on a plank. Promised me a gold ring to put on shore.
He takes pity on the son.
Greetings.
Nothing.
So long.
Come, take a gander.
Oh, why so pale? Why bite your hook?
Seen the plans?
No such thing as
Strange
bad
long
ships
trip
in
over
bad
there.
weather.
Don't eat so much.
Why the spit not?
Because if you get hit in the gut,
You
those
see.
targets get like...
Would you like to buy something from me stash?
Maybe. Let me see what you got.
Let's see how much we can counter pheromone. I can make a bunch of white gall. Dark Essence, you got any? Nope. I don't know where you get Dark Essence. Arachis Venom. Let's see, Celandine and White Myrtle. Rebit. Ergo Seeds, Mistletoe. Burbicane. White gall. Fuck it. Make a bunch of white gall. Low ball. Ooh, you only have a car. Million. Buck thrown in long. White Myrtle and Vigil. That. Ionia and Bison. Million again. Oils. Arania Eye. Oh no, am I out of white gall? Out of white gall. Damn. I believe I can make anything now. Yeah.
Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad.
An island.
I finally have Chris as a card. Okay, Dijkstra. He's gonna pass. Give me a healer so I can. Not the best hand. Oh, oh boy. My cards are safe from being scorched by him, but his are not safe from being scorched by mine. Okay, he's just giving me the win. Weird.
Verbena, loving.
See how little you know the world. Don't fret. You're safe with me.
Drink last night too.
Our valiant king. Great is our loss.
All must see
Yes.
You to sow these rocks to.
Greetings.
Smooth seas this morn, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great Conung Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
Gladly look at what you got.
Wise man. No common rags among my wares.
Nothing I want.
So long.
Come see me again sometime.
Probably not.
May your axe never crumble.
Now here's only one.
I heard great. Oh, there's your son's future. Aye. Cluey's embellished in the water.
Dirty
Oil into the shape of a snake.
Greetings. I'm Geralt.
The Witcher known as the White Wolf, I know. They tell stories about you every day round here. Looking for an open seat at the table?
I'll be fine. Just wanted to talk. Gotta say, I like the place.
I should hope so. Found it a ruin when I came here from Unvik. Gulls shitting into the tankards through the gaps in the thatch. I bought the hut, rolled up my sleeves, and made a proper alehouse out of it.
Why'd you call it the New Port?
Continuity. Owned the old port on Unvik. Few
A
of my
man that
former
respects
customers come here
continuity, I
evenings to
like him.
reminisce about the old times.
What smells so delicious?
Cards for me. Herbal. Cordial. Cordial. Need to buy the Redania. Actually.
What smell? Actually kinda in the mood for cards. Care for a round of Gwent?
I'm always in the mood for Gwent.
Me too, my friend. Me too. Special card limit reach. Ooh, monster deck, huh? Oh, and I got Scorch's Lore. Okay. No spies, though. And it sucks ass. See here, let's see what he does. Ooh, he's gonna have me beat, so let's draw him out. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast. He could. Ooh, he might. I don't know if I can beat 23. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to beat 23.
Greeting!
Actually.
Try this again. Give me a spy. Game. Got one spy and Villain Trutton. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Ow. Alright, fuck you. Aha. Take that, bitch. Ooh. Oh man. He almost beat me still. Fuck. Cat tip. Oh, okay.
This has got to be Yen's room. She always did like space and the luxury. Tisaya DeVries, the poison source, still turns to it for inspiration. Her megascope? Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes, deeply personal possessions. Glamour. Scent of lilac and gooseberries, even with the lid on. Taste hasn't changed.
If you know, you know.
No idea how she managed to bring so much clothing. Must have hired out a galleon. As usual, black and white. The stuffed unicorn. She fixed it. Just not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
Oh my god, there's a big old stuffed bear with a hat.
You look at them. That's their something stick together. It'll all work out. Look at so.
You heard the young last night over the face ice joint.
Aye, I heard. He even asked me to go with him, but I turned him down.
Why?
You were
so much.
Let him be thrown.
Come closer, stranger. We were weary right here.
Greetings. Looking to buy?
Show me. So long.
What is it you wish?
Well, I thought you were Croc's daughter.
Virgin, mother, and crawler.
Damn, that Keltroll always looks so fucking cool. Blech, back at you.
Let us pay homage to Bran of Clan
So
Twisted.
pleased to... Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a Witcher.
Berna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style.
What do you mean? Huh? I have the clothes on right.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But
Because I didn't
sometimes
take
we
off the
must
swords?
overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
I plan to tell you what I think.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
Fine, if you don't think I like. Fine. This looks better than the clothes you picked out, Yen.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
You're
Bread,
looking ill.
sheep's
Let's
milk,
nurse
cheese.
some mead
Our
at the
wagon's
tavern.
full of loot to be ripped from the black ones.
We've also wine from the temples of
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Hmm?
Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Well, I guess I'm keeping the beard.
Lady Yennefer.
Sir.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
As you should be.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Krach on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Cerys. Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious Witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Hjalmar and I were children when you last visited Ordar. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugas, Madman Lugas' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls exclusively.
Cerys on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Cerys is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Krach about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go! We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Yalma's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first.
I'm not gonna let Sarah win.
I'm ready.
You'll start when I sound the horn. Show the little wench her place.
Come on, Geralt. Can't let them beat a Witcher. Absolutely annihilating her.
Won, but only by a hair.
No such thing.
That's putting it modest.
There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's. See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
To Ceres.
Pass the mead in a tankard for the man.
To Bran, may he want for nothing in the world beyond.
To my beautiful companion.
Simp.
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk. But not here.
She's gonna get mad at me
We
for
shall learn
drinking.
all beyond that door.
Ooh, ominous. Is Geralt tipsy? Nope, I'm not tipsy.
Do you have no shame?
Shame? Why would I?
The queen should join her king on his last journey. Tradition demands it.
What did you say in the Beast Sailors?
The gods are not kind, Jarl. Our isles are in for hard times.
He was breaking black pipe necks yesterday. Suddenly this.
Tell me, Lugos.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen.
Nah.
He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Thought Skelliger's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs. But Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boy soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
You can't predict what this man is gonna say.
To hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all the boredom. Come on, freak. Show us what you're made of.
I love punching the fuck out of Lugos.
Move the benches. There's to be some gob slopping.
Level 30?
If you don't, I fucking will.
She's gob white one. Pump it.
On a cold, distant shore, you're not there. Across the wide, somber sea, you're not there. Then I left myself behind, drove you from my heart and mind.
Bitch.
Had enough?
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you but a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
Sure, I'll knock one back with you, Lugos. Nothing wrong with having a drink in good company.
I remind you we've important matters to discuss later.
I have a
Matters
fast
that require
metabolism as a
clear
witcher.
mind.
I remember.
Drink like you fight, and we're in for a good time. To Bran!
Of course the motherfucker has a bottle.
Lugos and his madness.
Motherfucker has a bottle on his satchel.
Forgive us. We should mingle, talk to some of the other guests.
Then the blast near blew the longships off the
I
bay.
think Yen is mad at me. Mommy Yen is upset.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermion won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Urboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct. Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo.
Man knows his birds.
That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Man knows his birds.
That was close. This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
I mean, loot his booze. Yeah, I've looted his booze.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
God damn, that's beautiful. God damn. Oh, time to get high as fuck and fight some stuffed animals.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover. Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please. Yes?
Looks alive. $100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods. A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it. Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked. The animals, they're alive. Yen, watch out.
And we're drugged as fuck.
Show me what
Monsters.
you got. Feel them coming closer. They're everywhere.
That's one less.
What now, you piece of filth? Strange. Smells of mushrooms in here.
To my mind, it's the sun.
I got him. Got one more. I got more.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy.
Yeah.
The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt. I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Letter bearing Ermion's seal
Dear
to the
Druid's
druids.
laboratory.
Warns them about
We must
you.
search it thoroughly. The Mask of Urboros must be here.
Brother Druten. Be forewarned that a sorceress has arrived on Ard Skellig. Her name is Yennefer, and she hails from Vengerberg. I know you are immune to feminine wiles and will not let a well-draped skirt muddle your reasoning. Nevertheless, I warn you not to be taken in by her intelligence and refinement. I know who Yennefer is. I do not, however, know the true goal of her stay in Skellige. I see no point in asking her this question directly, for Yennefer is known for her cunning and eloquence. She says not what she thinks, but what she wishes you to hear. You must remember this is no second-rate sorceress. This is a person who breaks bread with the rulers of the North and who most recently has been working with the Nilfgaardian Emperor himself. Familiar with courts the world over, she possesses an ability to manipulate that even the wiliest diplomat would envy. Yennefer has displayed an unhealthy interest in the site of the cataclysm we are striving to study. I have not given her permission to go near it, but I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open all the same. The sorceress from Vengerberg is a stubborn and effective manipulator. I know that in the past her and Croc's paths crossed. I suspect that she will wish to use this old friendship for some ulterior purpose. What that is exactly, I will try to determine. Once I do, I will inform you in a separate letter. May the power be with you, brothers. Amen.
Skellige's tales about the wild hunt.
The island is a wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlove. A biography enhanced.
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female. A child's skull. Look at this. A detailed map of the Northern Kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date. Ermien's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
Yeah, I knew that the entire time.
A goat carved out of linden wood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Dwarven Triple Mead.
Geralt and I have the same
Looks
brain.
Like Ermion places something in the statue's hand. So, statue, how about a skull? Guess you're no indecisive prince. What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here. This is it.
Do you not hear the Elementa there?
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Earth Elemental. Okay. What are these fuckers weak to? Meridium. And elemental oil.
It's a trap! We're imprisoned!
Shit.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
Yes? The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight.
Oh, I know where the second option would have led. That would have led back to the bar, where the unicorn is. That's one way to make an entrance.
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. And we'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth. My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Really? Are you not this far, Clay?
A woman win.
Oh, let's be very poggers. Okay, thank you, Clay. Clay, go live. I'll send these people to you.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential.
No, I need to shit. I drank a lot of prune.
How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood?
Why did you drink so much prune juice?
I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
Your boy been black up since Dan. What did
No
Dan cook for you?
reason.
What did Dan make?
She and Ceres, they're of a similar age.
Pork fried rice?
But we'll speak of my
That
children.
sounds like it would. Yeah.
First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you
It
seek
sounds
her.
good, though. It sounds worth
That's
it.
right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters
Crack the egg,
goes
didn't it?
white with fury, I'd mark such a storm.
God.
Magic anomaly on Ord Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can
Were
only
those
know
his
for
exact
certain by
words?
examining the site.
I must bind
saw the
the pork
twisted
fried rice
forms,
together with this
like
egg.
unnatural.
Is that how it went?
The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me. Go. Seek and find your Cirilla. If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellig on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Unfold, tell the druid I must speak to him, at the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Ardskellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see a Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
Okay.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
You are welcome.
Now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ardskellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch
I'm
of
gonna do
forest along the shore
a
of
bunch
the
of
bay.
side quests first, Yennefer.
A successful feast on all counts, Krach. I will see you later.
Play, I'm level 24. I have now caught up to you. It is official. Let's see. Armor. And go with that one.
Ought to keep an eye on him.
What's this? It's, adornment. I engraved it. Milk. Greetings, White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by. Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
The best stock armory in all Skellig is right here at Caer Trolde Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Take your time. Give them all a careful look.
What do you think? Who'll be the next king of the Isles?
Hjalmar, clear as day. Lad's brave and generous. And from Croc's own line. No better claimant.
Looking for someone who can make me a master-quality breastplate.
Never known a master who wasn't a dwarf. Fergus, perhaps? Say he's holed up somewhere in Velen.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Okay, he has the maps. Oh, I just sold the key to Yennefer's room. They did change it from common item to relic. I love it.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Okay. Alright, so we have a pretty heavy... Don't like that hand. I want spies. Ooh, thank you. I will take your spy for myself, my friend. Ooh, and another one? Don't mind if I do. Alright, how do I want to play this? We'll double damage here. I suspect he'll keep playing. Pass there. Oh, hell yeah, give me that spy. Yoink. Yeah, I fucking won. Okay. And let's see what those treasure hunts are. Oh, I can get the first part of the bags here. Ooh. Okay. 25. I'll get the up. Okay. Yennefer. And then level 17 for their quests. Not there, that's weird.
Organ's birthday tomorrow. I've no clue what to give her.
Maybe a nice little axe.
All right. And that is The Witcher for today. I will not be live tomorrow night. D&D tomorrow night. As long as it doesn't get canceled. I don't think it's gonna get canceled tomorrow night. It fucking better not, or I will be sad. Saturday night will not be a normal stream, and it will be late. I have to go somewhere Saturday night. And I won't be home until like 9 o'clock-ish my time, maybe later. But I'll show up probably around 10. 10 o'clock my time, I suspect, and go live. And I will be ranking all of be doing some tier lists. It will be not just one tier list. There'll be the main important tier list Saturday night for New Year's. Is I'll be doing a tier list of all the games I beat in 2022, or played on stream. There will be 2 games that I technically didn't beat, that I DNF'd. But yeah, I will be going through ranking them all. And then I'll also do some other tier lists, so that should be fun, so that y'all can roast me for having the correct opinion. I'm not going to raid anyone tonight. I don't feel like watching Twitch tonight, so I'm not going to raid anyone and ghost them. So, I will see y'all hopefully Saturday night for a tier list stream. It will be fun. And then Sunday night, we'll be back with more Witcher. I don't think I have anything planned for Sunday night. We'll see. Anyways, goodbye.